Recording in progress.
Hello? Hello, can you hear me? So,
Yes.
good evening, everyone. And okay, so good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the Text to Code Community. So, my name is Suba Nuruddin Adewale, and I'll be your instructor for today's masterclass. So, I'm a Microsoft certified DevOps expert and also an AI evaluation specialist. So, with experience building scalable cloud solution and AI-powered application. So over the years, I've trained students, developers, and professionals on how to build modern software development, cloud computing, and also artificial intelligence. So I'm also the founder of this community, Text to Code Community. So our mission is simple. So our mission is just to help people build real world software using AI. So, and in today's section, so I won't just be explaining concepts. So I'll be building a complete hospital booking system live with you. So you will see my entire workflow. You will see how everything is done. And in this masterclass, we'll be using free AI to build everything from scratch, including the front end, the back end, the database, everything you need to know. So I'm going to show you everything we need to know. So you are going to be learning front end. So I'll show you how to like build front end. So we'll be making use of ChatGPT and we'll be using Google AI Studio. We will also make use of Vercel to host our application, and we'll use GitHub to store our code as well. So don't be afraid. We are not writing any code, no single code. You are not writing any code, even the backend logic. You are not writing any code for the backend logic. It's just text. We are going to be giving our AI text, and it will be giving us the results. We are going to be seeing the result live. We'll be seeing the result live. So we are going to push our code once we finish building the front end, the back end, and the database. So we are going to push our code to Vercel. We'll push our code to GitHub rather. Then from GitHub, we are going to deploy our application to Vercel. So that means once we deploy our application to Vercel, that means we are moving out of our AI tool now. We'll be moving out of the AI tool, and we have our application. Our application will be in production. So for this community, we are just coming up. We are just starting. So I would like you guys to follow us on LinkedIn, and we are also on TikTok. You guys can as well follow us on TikTok. So I will just start the class immediately because we don't have time. Like we have a lot to learn. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. So we have some tools that we'll be using today. So, and one of the tools we'll be using today is Google AI Studio. So Google AI Studio, we are going to use Google AI Studio to build our application. So Google AI Studio is the AI that will be building our application, and GitHub will be storing our code. GitHub will store our code, and Vercel is going to host our application. So Vercel is going to host our application. So I already have a Google AI Studio account. So I have Google AI Studio account. So as you can see, this is one of the application I built with AI. One of the application I built with AI. So this entire application is built using AI. So I built this entire application with AI, and I also deploy it I deploy this application. So we have a lot of applications that we've built with using AI. So this is one of the applications we also build with AI. So this application that you are seeing right now, this application is the student registration portal. This is the front end, and it has a back end. As you can see, this is the application. I customized it to my own taste. So this is the application. So I don't know why the image is not loading. Let me try to load it once. Hello, can you hear me? Can you all hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay,
But
all
your
right.
screen is off.
Okay, can you hear me perfectly now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay,
Except for your screen that is not
So,
off.
oh yes, I've not shared my screen. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I said this application is, I built this application, this website. I built this website using the Google AI Studio. I built from A to 2. I built it using Google AI Studio, and I customized it to my taste. As you can see, this is my picture in the background. So I don't want to snap. I don't want to go and snap any picture. So I use one of my old picture. I use ChatGPT to like generate different scenes of the picture. So as you can see, this is my image in the background. So this application is built using the Google AI Studio, and this application is just a front end application. It's just for people to like contact me. So this other application is the student registration portal. So this student registration portal is a full stack application because it has backend. So I use MongoDB Atlas as the database. I use MongoDB Atlas as the database, and I use Google AI Studio to build the front end and the backend logic. So it is not something difficult at all. So all you need to just do is just follow the step, and you don't need to like you don't need to write a lot of prompts. You don't need to write a lot of prompts. So I believe the only time we'll be writing a lot of prompts is when we want to build the front end of this hospital management system that we want to build now. So, but apart from that, we are not going to be writing a lot of prompts like that. So I'll show you how it is being done. You don't need to like overwhelm your AI with a lot of prompts. Sometimes when you give them a lot of prompts, they will miss some parts. So you just have to tell the AI what to do. So now today I'm going to show you. I already have a Google AI Studio account. So all you need to do is I'll just open incognito mode. So I just want to show you, I already have an account, but for those of us that don't have an account, so all you need to do is just type Google AI Studio. So once you type Google AI Studio, so all you need to do is click on this. So this is the tool. This is the tool that we need. All you need to do is click on this tool. So once you click on this tool, come here and register. Just sign up. So once you sign up, you see, I've already signed up. So I'm going to show you my own account. So once you sign up, you have something like this. Once you sign up, you have something like this. You have something like this once you sign up. Once you sign up, you have something like this. So in this interface, this is where we are going to be writing all our prompts. This place is where we are going to be writing all our prompts. So this is where you will see all the application that you've been building. If I click on this, my app, you can see all the application that I've been building. You can see this is all the application that I've been building. So I believe this is what you need to know for now. So as time goes on, I'll be showing you more things. So this is one of the tool that we'll be using in this training. So another tool that we are going to be using in this training is GitHub. So we are going to be using GitHub. Okay. So another tool we are going to be using is GitHub. So this one as well is not hard. All you need to do is just you need to sign up with your email. So once you sign up with your email, you can decide to use continue with Google or continue with Apple. So, or you can sign up using this form. So once you sign up, you will have something like this as well. So once you sign up, you have something like this as well. So the main purpose of using GitHub is just to store our code, because even if we are giving text to this application, the Google AI Studio is actually writing the code. So this is our GitHub. As you can see, this is the tech school student portal that I built. So if I click on this tech school portal, you will see all the code here. You are going to see all the code here, because this is where we are going to be storing all our code. As you can see, if I open this index.html, you can see this is a code. So if I open all this folder, all this file, we have codes inside all this folder. But you don't need to worry yourself about writing all this code. It is Google AI Studio that will do everything for you. So that means you need a GitHub account. You need a GitHub account. So the other account you need is Vercel. Another account that you need is Vercel. So this is where we are going to be hosting our application. So any application that we build, this is where we are going to be hosting it. So on this one as well, all you need to do is sign up. All you need to do is sign up with your email. They will send the verification code to you. And once they send the verification code to you, once you sign up, you are going to see sign in. You are going to see install GitHub. So once you install your GitHub and your Vercel will be connected together. So it is not something hard. Just follow this step and you get it right. So now that we've set up all this account already, now that I have all these accounts set up already, so I'm going to use my account to show you how to do what we want to do today, how to build a hospital booking management system. So the idea is we want hospital patients to book appointments, and once they book appointments, the admin or the receptionist should be able to receive the appointments. So that means even if the patient is anywhere in the world, they can book appointments with any doctor. So it is now left for you. Maybe you want to make it a Zoom appointment in such a way that even the video conference with the doctor will be done on the system. It will be done on the system. So that is another type of hospital booking appointments that you can do. You can actually make that one your own project, do it. You can actually make it your project. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go to ChatGPT. I'll go to ChatGPT. Okay, so this is ChatGPT. And I will click on new chats. So in ChatGPT, what I'm going to say is, because I want to I don't want to cram anything. I don't want to be putting a lot of information on my head. So ChatGPT is there for me to help me. Give me a simple use case diagram of an hospital booking system. So just give me a simple use case diagram of an hospital booking system. So use case diagram means we have a lot of tools. There's something we call UML, Unified Modeling Language. So Unified Modeling Language is not another programming language. So under Unified Modeling Language, we have a lot of tools. We have a lot of tools that we use to visualize the system. We use it to visualize the system. Before Mark Zuckerberg started building Facebook, they've done the visualization already that, okay, we want people to be able to post. We want people to be able to delete comments. We want people to be able to like each other's comments. So if you are disturbing me on Messenger or on Facebook, I should be able to block you. We as Facebook or as Meta, we should be able to delete, we should be able to restrict a particular user's account. So all these things are what we are going to be looking at today. So use case diagram is just that diagram that shows you everything. All you need to know about a system. It's just like a manual, or let me call it a blueprint, that tells you what the application consists of, and what is the responsibility and roles of each person that are on that system. For example, in an hospital, a patient can book appointments. Reception can also book appointments for a patient. A receptionist can also book an appointment for a patient. So, and a receptionist can also reject appointments or change the schedule of an appointment. So all these are what we want to use this use case diagram to do. So I'm just going to click on enter and let us see what it's going to give us. So, okay, it is giving us image this time around. So it is giving us image. So let us see what is going to generate for us. So while it is generating this image, so I also want it in text. So actually I want it in text, not image, but so I will just say give me a use case diagram in text of an hospital booking system that has patient and receptionist. So let me see. Okay, good. So I think we are going to go with this one. So fine, we are going to go with this one. So it says here is a simple use case diagram in text format for a hospital booking system. So as you can see, it says patient. So that means let me show you this other one as well. So I want you to see like how the diagram looks like, exactly. So this is it. No, there is no way that you are going to be given this diagram and you will tell me that you don't know the role of a patient and you don't know the role of an admin. So as you can see in this diagram, it is telling me that patients can register and log in. So automatically, what should come to your head is patients, when we are building the patient dashboard. So we need, when we are building this application, that means patients need to sign up and patients need to log in. That means we are going to build a registration form and login form alongside our application. That means patients will have this grace of selecting a particular doctor that they like, that they want this particular doctor to attend to them. So view doctors availability. So that means patients can as well view the doctor availability if they are booked or if they are free. They can as well book appointments and they can view or cancel appointments, and they can make payments as well on the platform. So an admin can manage doctors, admin can manage appointments, and admin can view reports. Everything is included here. So you can as well like go further and say, okay, we can add a doctor somewhere here and say, okay, the doctor can as well confirm appointments. Doctor can set availability time by themselves. They can do all these things themselves. So it depends on how you want to build it. So because this is a master class and we need to go deep and we need to be fast about anything that we are building. So as you can see, it is the same thing here. You can see patients can register, log in, book appointments, while receptionists can view patients, manage booking, confirm booking, cancel booking, assign doctor, and generate receipts. So now that you have like a broad idea of what we want to build, you know that, okay, patients can do this, receptionists can do this. So the next thing to do now is, the next thing we are going to be doing now is, so we want to build the landing page. We want to build our landing page. So to build our landing page, this is what I used to do, because me, I'm not that good with color. I'm not that good with color. So I have this particular trick that I used to use. So this is what I used to do. So I'm going to say, give me a prompt to build the landing page of this hospital management booking system. So give me a prompt to build this, the landing page of this hospital booking system. Give me a prompt I can give to Google AI Studio. Give me a prompt I can give to Google AI Studio. Because we are using Google AI Studio. So to build the landing page of this hospital booking system. So now this is what I want to do. I don't want Google AI Studio to just use any custom color for me, for my application. So this is how I used to get my own color. So in a situation whereby you are building it for a particular hospital, for example, you are building an application for MTN. So you should know that anything you are going to build for MTN has to have yellow and black color. So I think their color is yellow and black, or yellow and white. So you need to use their brand color. So in this case, we don't have any brand color. But let's assume that we have a brand color. That, okay, a particular hello, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry for interjecting. I want to just ask a question. So,
okay,
is it now, for those of us that want to go into web design, developing of websites, so
okay,
what would so how would you advise us to, because some of these websites, that is being built by AI, their code that makes up the websites. So
yes.
is it not important for us to have, even at least the fundamental knowledge of some of the code, either HTML, JavaScript, CSS, you know, just I don't
No,
know.
you don't need to have it. You don't need to have. Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So you don't.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
So for this master class, you don't need to have, like, it is for beginners. Like somebody, for somebody that have not written any code before, somebody that don't even know about HTML, they've not heard about HTML or CSS before. So that means in this class, you are not going to be writing any code.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So do you get me?
Good evening.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, sir. I'm with you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me? I've answered your question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's continue. So now I would say, give me a prompt I can give to Google AI Studio to build the landing page of this hospital booking system. And I told you I'm not good with color. So what I used to do is I used to go to Pinterest. So Pinterest, I'll just go to Pinterest, because this Pinterest has like a lot of designs. So I'll just go to this Pinterest and I'm going to search for hospital web design. So hospital web design. So what I'm concerned about is just the color. I'm just concerned about the color. That is what I want. So because I don't know the color to use, and I don't want Google AI Studio to use like any color for me. So what I'm going to do is I'll just select this one. So once I select this one, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and save this image. So I'm going to right click and save this image. Okay, so I'm going to save this image to my desktop. I'll save this image to my desktop. So let me give it a name. Let me just give it, saved this image to my desktop. So what I'm going to do next is I'll go back to ChatGPT. So, and I'm going to attach that image. I'm going to attach that image. So I'm going to attach that image. So this is the image. So this is the image. So remember, I said give me a prompt I can give to Google AI Studio to build the landing page of this hospital booking system and use the brand color in the image I gave you. I gave you for this landing page. So I'm saying it should use the color in that image for this application. So I'm just going to press enter. So let us see what it's going to give us. So now it is writing the prompt. As you can see, it says build a modern, premium, responsive hospital booking system landing page inspired by the attached design. Do not copy the design exactly. So create an original layout with the same clean healthcare aesthetic spacing. So it is going to give us everything. As you can see, it has given us the color. So this is our prompt. This is our prompt. So now that we have the prompt, I'm going to copy all these prompts. I'm going to copy all these prompts. So I can as well, maybe I have this particular name of an hospital that I want it to use. I want it to use a particular name for an hospital. So I can just say, okay, this should be the name of the hospital, and it will use it for me as well. So now I'm going to go to the Google AI Studio. So this is the Google AI Studio, and I'm going to enter my prompt and click on this place and to build our application. So as you can see, it has started building the application. So as you can see two buttons here. One is preview and one is code. So if I click on this code, you are going to see that it is writing the code. It is writing all the code for you. So you don't need to write any code. It will write the code for you. So you can see it is writing this metadata.json file. So it is going to write all the code for you. So you don't have to write any code. You don't need to write any code. So while we are building this one, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys is I need to show you guys the database that we'll be using today. The database. So we are going to be using MongoDB database. For this class, we are going to be using MongoDB database. So what I'm going to do is I will just go to, okay, so I'll come here and I'm going to create a MongoDB database. So I'll go to MongoDB. I'll click on MongoDB, as you can see. MongoDB. So I'll click on this one. And I'm going to sign up for MongoDB. So MongoDB is a database. So I'm going to sign up because on the long run, we are going to be linking our application to this database. We are going to be linking it to this database. So I'm going to sign up with an account that I've not used before. So I'm going to use this account to sign up. So it is asking me for password. So I'm going to update the password. It seems I've forgotten the password. This word I've not used before. Okay, good. So we are just signing up for this MongoDB. So I'm going to click on continue. So this is our MongoDB, our database. This is our MongoDB, our Mongo database. So now that we've created our Mongo database, you can see we just sign up for this Mongo database account because I have a lot of them. So I just have to like use a new one so that we can get the logic. So this is a new MongoDB database. And all you need to do is just follow the on-screen instruction. So while this one is loading, I'm going to go back to the application and let us see what is happening here. As you can see, it is still writing the code. I'm going to click on preview. As you can see, this is our application. It is asking me to choose a design. Choose a design. So I'm just going to go with this design. I'm going to go with this design. So I'll select it. So now let us go and set up our MongoDB database. So it is loading. So now what I'm going to do is I'll just pick build a project I have in mind. So I'm going to pick this for now. So how long have you been developing software with MongoDB? So I've never developed software before. So it says, what programming language are you primarily building on MongoDB? So for this one, I'm going to select.
This MongoDB, is it the same thing as Firebase?
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. So I'm going to click on.
Same, but they do the same function.
Yes.
If they do the same function, that means if
No, is asking if MongoDB. So the thing is, MongoDB is a database. Can you hear me?
So what is Firebase? Firebase is also a database where we store data.
Firebase consists of Firestore, like a lot of applications inside that Firebase. So inside that Firebase, we have Firestore, we have storage accounts, we have database. You get what I'm saying now? So this MongoDB is just a database, like database on its own. But under Firebase is just like a general name. that is hosting like a lot of application like Firestore. Firestore database is inside the Firebase as well. Authentication is inside the Firebase as well. You get what I'm saying? So MongoDB is just a database, ordinary database. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to select a programming language. So for this one, I don't know how to write any code, so I'm just going to pick not sure. Order. I'm going to pick order. So once I pick order, so it says what type of data will your project use? So I'm going to pick any data. I'll pick any data. And will your application include any of the following architecture? So let us see the architecture. I'm going to pick anyone as well. So I'll click on finish. So now let us go back to Google AI Studio. So now we are in Google AI Studio. So it is loading the application. So, okay, good. So as you can see, it has built the landing page for us. You can see this is the landing page. This is the landing page. As you can see, this is the landing page. So all this image, you can modify this image. So we have ways that we use to modify this image. But for now, I'm just going to leave this one for now. I'm going to leave this image for now. But you can remove this image and put your own desired image. So I'm going to leave this one for now. So let us check. So you can see this is the landing page. This is the landing page. So it is displaying the list of doctors that we have on the system. So why patients worldwide entrust their care? So it has built the front end for us. So as you can see, it has built the front end for us. It also it has added a form for us for inquiry. So book clinical appointments now. So for booking clinical appointments, so it has added a form for us as well. So all this information on this application, you can change it yourself. You can change all this information yourself. Like you can change the image, you can change the text. So all you need to do is, for example, I'm going to do one. I want to change this number. I told you this is the only prompt that will be given to Google to ChatGPT. We don't need like a lot of prompts like to build application with Google AI Studio. So I want to change this number. I'll just come here and I'm going to say replace this number. Replace this number with 081 2430 552. You can see, just simple prompt. So you don't need to go back to ChatGPT and start telling ChatGPT that I want to change the number. Give me one big prompt like that. So you don't need it. Just come here. Just write it as if you are talking to somebody. You are talking to a human. Just say replace this number with so number. It is going to do it for you. Replace this text with so text. It is going to do it for you. Replace all this one with so text. It is going to do it for you. So that is how to change things on this application using AI. For example, maybe I want to change the name of this hospital from Health Pulse to Medicare. So I'll just come here and say, change the name of the hospital from Health Pulse to Medicare. So that is how to change things on Google AI Studio. So the next thing we are going to do now is, I told you that we are going to be following a blueprint, which is the use case diagram that ChatGPT has given to us. So now I'm going to go back to the, so for this one, for the MongoDB, I'm going to pick this free tier. I'll pick this free tier, and I'm going to come down here, and I'll just click on create deployment. Create deployment. So while our database is creating, I'm going to go to our use case diagram. Our use case diagram. Don't forget, it is the use case diagram that we are using as a blueprint, like as a format to know what we are building. As you can see, in our use case diagram says patient should be able to log in. Patient should be able to register and log in. Patient should be able to register and log in. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to head back to the Google AI. So you can see it has changed the phone number. As you can see, it has changed the phone number from this foreign number to this number. So that is how to like edit the information on this web page. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say add login form and sign up form for patients. For patients and admin login form as well. So you don't need a lot of prompts. Just the way it is coming to your head, just be giving it to Google AI Studio. So I'm going to click on enter. So now we want to add login form and sign up form for patients, and also admin login form. So admin login form. So that means what I'm trying to do now is I just want the admin to log in into the system. I don't want any admin to register on the system. So admin will not register on the system. But if there is need for another admin to be on the system, so this admin that can log in into the system will be the one that will be creating the new admin in his own dashboard. I don't know if you understand. So the super admin, so this admin that we want to have in this system now will be the super admin, and it will be the only person that can create another admin on the system. But for patients, any patient can sign up and any patient can log in. Once you have your data on the database, you should be able to log in. If you don't have your data in the database, you won't be able to log in. So we are going to also look at the authentication part, that you will not be able to log in if you don't have a record in the database. So you will be able to log in if you have a data in the database. So we are going to test our form, if our form is authenticating the right user as well. So now let us wait while it adds the login form, sign up form, and the login form for the admin as well. So while we are waiting, so I'm going to go back to our database. So I'll go back to our database. So this is our database. So as you can see, this is our database. So for our database, they've given us username and they've given us password to connect to this database. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just click on choose a connection method. So okay, so I'm going to click on create a database user. So I'll click on create a database user. Okay, good. So, and I'm going to choose a connection method. So I'm going to click on this driver, and I will leave all this stuff here as default. So I'm going to leave it as default. So once I leave it as default, so it says connection string. So look at this connection string. So you need this string to connect your Google AI Studio to your database. So this string, I'm going to leave this string, and what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to click on done. So I'm going to click on done. So now we have our database. So now we have our database. So under this database, we have cluster. We have cluster. So under this cluster, we have connect, view monitoring, and browse connection. So under our data will be under this browse collection. So if I click on this browse collection, we are not going to see any data. We are just going to see mock data. We are going to see sample data under this browse connection. We are going to see mock data under this browse connection. As you can see, it is loading the cluster. So while it is loading the cluster, so I'm going to head back to Google AI Studio. So it is still adding the forms. Okay, so let me make it full screen. So as you can see, it says sign in. So if I click on sign in, you can see we have patient access. Okay, so sign in. So it has built the login form for us. So this is the login form. If I say sign up here, so as you can see, this is the sign up form. So as you can see, if you check this form, you can see that the patient can sign up. But admin cannot sign up. See, admin can only log in. You see, admin can only log in, but patient can sign up and patient can log in as well. So now that we've built this one, so the next thing we are going to look at is our dashboard. So our dashboard. So what I'm going to do is I will try to log in as a patient. So this data, I will just go with this data. I will try to log in as a, you can see it says Sarah. Welcome, Sarah. So, but if you know, if you notice that this email address, that means if I enter any email address here, I've not registered on this system. But if I enter any details here, so we have an error here. We have an error. So why I said we have an error is if you notice that if I'm typing inside this form, it is not visible. So how do you fix it? You don't need a lot of prompts. You don't need to write a lot of prompts. All you need to do is I'll just say when I'm writing, when I input information into the form, it is not visible. So make it visible. Make it visible. Just simple prompt. So I don't want to be writing a lot of grammar. Just something that is simple, and it is going to do it for us. So let us wait and see what it's going to do. So I'll just, while we are waiting for this one, I'll go back to the database. So as you can see, I told you that our database contains mock data for now. As you can see, this is the admin, local, sample of data. So all these data are not our data. So we need to add our own. So as you can see, I said, if you want to check your data, you need to go to cluster. So under your cluster, you need to go to browse connection, browse collection. So once you click on browse collection, you'll be able to see your mock data because we've not linked them together. So we have mock data. So the next thing we are going to do now is for Google AI Studio, to connect to your database, you need to set it in such a way that you need to configure IP address. Is very, very secure, and we need to allow Google AI Studio to connect to your database. So I'm going to show you how to do that, because if you did not connect your Google AI Studio to your MongoDB database, you will not be able to see your data. So now let's go back to Google AI Studio. Okay. Okay, so let me sign in again and see if the error is still the same. So let me use the form again. So I still can't see my text. Yeah, I still can't see my text. So we are going to fix it. So when I input, I fix the visibility of the type information in the clinical booking system. Added eye contract style. Okay, so I'm going to say make the text black color whenever I am filling the login or sign up form. So that my text can be visible.
Coach, is it black or white?
No, I want to make it black.
Okay, it's on white. Okay, I see. Okay.
Yes, so I want to make it black so that I can see whatever anything that I'm typing, I'll be able to see it. So I'll go back to the database and okay, so this is the mock data. You can see the mock data. So I'll leave this one for now. Alpha. Alpha the guy. Okay, so let us try it again. So let's try to sign up again. Let's use the form again. So we are still having the same issue. So we will come back to fix it. We are going to fix it before we, but I'm just going to like enter any data for now. You can see. So I'm using this email and I'll just enter any password. So, and it is going to log me in. Invalid credentials, use the patient. So why it is giving me this error is because Google AI Studio, at times it will just assume for you. It will assume for you. So as you can see, it is telling me that for this sandbox, I should use this login details. So I'm going to copy this stuff here and give it to it that I don't want to remove this email and password as the login. So I want to remove it. I want everything to be fresh in such a way that if I enter anything, it will log me into the system. So
Hello.
So I want everything to be fresh. I can hear you.
Please, can we for the prompt to change that background from white? Can we say that when the input of sign up or sign in form is on focus, remove white background?
Okay. When the what?
When the sign up form or when the sign up or sign in form, or when the sign up or sign in input form is on focus.
Is on focus. Remove
white background.
Remove the white background.
Yes.
Okay, so let's try to log in again. So I'm going to try to log in with any details. I'm going to log in with any details and okay, so let's try the form now. Okay, so it has removed that white background. Thank you so much. So as you can see, it is still telling us invalid. So I don't want this the form. I don't want to log in with this default value. So I'm going to come here again and say remove all the default login. All the default login and allow any user to log in or sign up. So for now, I want to allow anybody with any email address, since it's not connected to the database. So anybody should be able to log in. So I want to remove this default password and default login. I want to remove it totally. Okay, so let us log in with any information. Let us log in. So let me just go with this and see. Okay, this. So as you can see, now it is now logging me in. But if you remember, this data is not going to anywhere. It's just, it is not, we've not added authentication to it. So now, if I enter any email and password, it will log me in into the system. So if I try the same thing for admin, so it should as well log me in as an admin. You can see it has logged me in as an admin. And if you remember, we've not even created our admin dashboard. Now that we have our sign up form for patients, and we have login form for the patient, and we also have admin login form. We have admin login form. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to come here and I'm going to say I want this application to use MongoDB as the database. So I want this application to use MongoDB as the database. So it is going to write all the code for us so that we can integrate MongoDB to our application in Google AI Studio. So now it is writing the code for us. So I'm going to show you how to change your image, like I said. So how to change your image. I'm going to show you how to. So to change your image, you cannot just come here and click on this and upload your image. If you do that, it will not change the image for you. It will not change the image for you. So what you need to do is you need to go to a website called Imgo, this application, this website. So on this website, you need to upload your image. So what this website does, it will convert your image to link. It will convert your image to link. So what I'm going to do is I'll just pick this one as sample. Then once I upload this image, I'm going to click on these three dots and I'll click on get share link. So I'll copy this link. So sometimes if you click on get shared link, at the back of this, at this end that I highlighted here, you can see undefined. It will tell you undefined. So in a situation where you are building an application and you see undefined here, just cancel it, because if you use that link, it will not work. Just cancel it and come back, click on these three dots, click on get shared link and copy the link. So once you copy the link, go back to your Google AI Studio and say, use this image as the doctor. Okay, let me look for one doctor here. So use this image as Dr. Sarah Jenkins image. So I'll paste the link and I'm going to press .png. I will add .png to it and I'm going to send it. So it will change the image automatically for us. So now it is integrating MongoDB, our database. It is adding our database code. So that is how to change image. That is how to change the image. So before you change image, you just need to convert your image to a link and paste the link here. So in a case whereby the client now tell you that I don't want you to put my link on an external application like this, then that is when you can now go for maybe Amazon S3 buckets. You can store your image there. You can also use Cloudinary to store your image, you can as well, you can use Azure Storage account. So that one is more secure than this public website. So now it has integrated the MongoDB. As you can see, it says, I have successfully completed the full stack migration to integrate MongoDB as the persistent database for your application. So now it is now telling me that I should add my MongoDB URL and the secret value of my MongoDB URL. So, but I'm not going to add it now. I'm not going to add it now. I want to show you how to change the image. So I'm going to press enter. So remember, we want to change Dr. Sarah's image, Dr. Sarah Jenkins' image. So let us wait and change the image to our own desired image. So remember, I told you that in your MongoDB, this is your MongoDB. This is your MongoDB. And in your MongoDB, if I click on cluster and I click on connect, so it is going to show me my connection string. So this connection string is what Google AI is asking from you. If you remember, it is telling me to enter value for a Mongo URL. It is telling me to enter value for a Mongo URL. So this is the Mongo URL. This is the Mongo URL. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do now is, okay, so now let us check if it has added Dr. Sarah's image. So as you can see, it has changed the image for us. It has changed the image. So that is how to add image to your application on Google AI Studio. That is how to add image to our application. So now it is asking me for the Mongo URL, the Mongo URL. So for our Mongo URL, so I'll just come here and I'm going to click on connect. I'll click on this, and this is my Mongo URL. This is my Mongo URL. So for the database, did I store the file? Did I? Okay. So let me check here. So if you remember that when we created this database, automatically we are giving the database name and as well the password. So we need this information. We need these two information to connect our application to Google AI Studio. And we also need that link as well. So I'm trying to check for database access. Okay, so I told you we need our database username and as well our database password as well. So this is our database password, Abiodun Ashaolu 6 underscore. So let me just type it here. So Abiodun Ashaolu 6 underscore DB underscore user. So we need our database username and we need our database name, our database username and our database password as well. So I'm going to cancel this one. So this is our username and we also have our password as well. So I'm going to open so this is what I'm going to do. I will just go back to Google AI Studio and I'll cancel this guy and I'll say this is my database username. I'm going to paste the username and database password and my database username. So let me check the database username. So I'm going to change the password. Let me change the password to 1. So I'll copy this password. And I'm going to go back to my Google AI Studio, my database username. And my database password. So I'll paste this and I'm going to say this is my connection string. So I'm going to close this place. So I've closed this place. So what I'm going to do next is, so it's just to get my my username and my password. So now that I've gotten my username and my password, so I'll go back to Cluster and I'm going to click on Connect. So once I click on Connect, I'll click on this and I'm going to copy my connection string. I'll copy my connection string. So now that I've copied my connection string, I'll go to Google AI Studio and I'll paste the connection string. I'll say, give me the correct connection string to connect my Mongo URL. So now it is going to use all this information to give me a connection string that I'm going to add to Google AI Studio. So it will give me a connection string. So as you can see, it says based on your database credentials and URLs, here is the correct MongoDB connection string for your application. So I'm just going to copy this URL. I'll copy this URL and I'm going to go to secrets. I'll click on settings here. And once I click on settings, I'll click on secrets. So once I click on secret, I'm going to click on add secrets and I'll call this secret name MongoDB_URL. And I'll paste the connection string here and I will apply changes to it. I'm going to apply changes. So we've applied changes. I said you need to go to settings, click on settings and click on secrets and add your Mongo URL. Paste the value here and click on apply changes. So now that we've added the connection string, so the next thing we are going to do now is we need to allow all IP address on MongoDB. So for Google AI Studio to connect to MongoDB, for our application to connect to MongoDB, so I'm going to allow all IP address. So how do I do that? I'm going to go to MongoDB. I'll go to MongoDB and I'll come here under security. I'll click on database and network access. So I'll click on IP list. So under this IP list, I'm going to click on add IP address. So under this IP address, I'll click on, I will now pick 0.0.0.0/0. So to be sure, I'll just go back to Google AI Studio and say, what IP do I need to configure in MongoDB to allow my application to access the database. So now let us see the IP. I just want to be sure. So now we've added our Mongo URL. As you can see, we've added our Mongo URL. And now we want to know the IP that we need to use to connect to our MongoDB URL, our MongoDB database rather. So as you can see, it says log in into your MongoDB dashboard under security network access. So this is the database that we need. This is the IP address that we need. So I'm going to copy the IP address and I'm going to paste it here. And this comment, I'm going to write my Google AI IP. So you can put anything and I'll confirm it. So now it says active. It says active. So now this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out of this place and So now let us try to log in and see. Let us try to log in and see. So it is still logging us in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say I have added my Mongo URL, MongoDB URL, and configure the IP. So now all data should be stored in MongoDB. So all my data now should go to MongoDB in such a way that if I sign up for the first time, so my data should go to MongoDB, should be stored in MongoDB. So if I don't have any information on the system, I won't be able to log in on the system. So let us see what it's going to give us. So it says, I have successfully completed the backend database transition and configure your application to run on MongoDB. So now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to MongoDB. I'll go to MongoDB and let us see if our data is in MongoDB. Our data is showing in MongoDB already. So I'm going to click on this browse collection. So it is not showing yet. So I'm just going to refresh. So now that it is not showing, so I'll go back to my Google AI Studio and say my data is not, my database is not showing in MongoDB, and I can't see my data. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to sign up. I'm going to sign up, and I'm going to sign up. I'll give it this prompt, and I'm going to sign up. So after this prompt, I'll try to sign up.
Good evening, sir. Good day, sir.
Good evening.
And please, sir, thank you so much for this class. Please, I wanted to ask if it's possible for us to get the recording of this class after the class.
Yes, I'll send it after the class.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I'm really grateful. Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay. So it says, here is what was happening and the solution I have implemented to ensure all your data is synchronized and fully visible in your MongoDB Atlas. So why the database? So no empty data DB display. So what I'm going to do now is, I'll just go back to my database and see. So I'm going to go back to my database and click on my cluster and click on browse connection. So our database is still not displaying. So what I'm going to do is I will try to sign up. I'll try to sign up and I will refresh this page again. So I will sign up. So let me sign up. So I'll pick any. So I'll go with this one. And create sign up. You can see, so this automatically, this tells me that the database is working. The database is connected, but we are not seeing it yet. Because now it is telling me that this email is already registered. This email is already registered. So what I'm going to do is I'll use another email. I'm going to use another email. And I'll sign up. So now it has signed me up. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just go to the database and let us refresh again. So let us refresh again. So it's still not showing the database. The database is still not showing here, but it has connected. The database is connected already. So this is how you will know that your database is connected. So for you to know that your database is connected, if I try to use that email, to sign up another user again, it will tell me that, okay, so it will tell me that if I sign out now and I try to use that email address to sign up for another person, another user, another person. So as you can see, so it is telling me that this email is already registered. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come here again and say my database is connected, but I still can't see it. I still can't see my database. I still can't see my data in MongoDB. Add my database so I can see all my data. So I'll come here and I'll go to the database and I'll keep refreshing. So I'll go to the database and keep refreshing. So I'm going to reload this again. So it's still not here. So it is checking why we can't see our data there. So it is checking. So it is still checking why we can't see our data in the database, but the database is connected already, but we can't see our database. So let us see what is happening. So it says, I have solved the issue where your existing data was not showing up in MongoDB. So why was this happening? When you first started registering user and creating an appointment, your application hadn't successfully connected to MongoDB yet. Because of that, the application safely stored your data inside your browser local storage so that you wouldn't lose your work. Since the data was stored only inside your browser, the Mongo database had no way of seeing it. Okay, so I added a new API endpoint in your server. This endpoint accepts list of user. Okay, so now let me go to my this thing again and refresh. So let me go back and refresh. So I'll refresh again. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to check. So I want to check for the database name. So I want to know the database name because I'm seeing Care Plus and I'm seeing another name entirely. So this is what I'm going to do. So I want to know the connection string that Google AI Studio is using. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll go back to Google AI Studio and I'll go to the secret key. So under the secret key, I'm going to copy this guy and I just want to see the information there. So as you can see, it says app name. So this app name is supposed to be the name of our app. It's supposed to be the name of our app. So I feel that is why it is not seeing it. So I'm going to say change the app name to the name of the database. So let us see. So I feel that is where the error is. So it is changing. It will change the name of the. It will change this app name to the name of our database. And as well, we are going to add the new link to the secret tab. So I feel that is the problem. So now let us copy. Now that we've changed the name, So okay, so now that we've changed the name to Care, you see, app name is Care Pause. So I'm going to copy this one and I'll paste it in the secret tab now. So sometimes these are some of the error that you come across. So I'm going to apply changes. So the next thing to do is open the settings menu. Okay. Then I will go back to MongoDB now and refresh. I'll go back to MongoDB and refresh if our data is now there. So I'll refresh one more time. So let me refresh one more time. So we are not deploying any cluster. So I'm just going to come to my cluster and I'll click on browse connection. Okay, it's still not showing it. So I'll just come to Google AI Studio and say I have added the right connection string and my data still not in MongoDB. Implement it real time so I can see my data in MongoDB. So it is checking why we are not seeing our data. So let me try to log in again. I want to see if it is still connected. So I'll try to log in as an external person at gmail.com. So So it is checking why our database is not displaying on MongoDB. Let me check the password as well. So to be sure. So I want to check the password as well. So it says I have completed the request changes to ensure your data is synchronized in real time, visible in MongoDB, and that you have full visibility of your cluster configuration directly from the application. So added the database and synchronized tab to the admin dashboard. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'll go back to the cluster and let us see. So I'm going to say my data should be stored in MongoDB and not local storage. So let us try to enter a data. So I'll sign up. So email already exists. So after this configuration, let us check our MongoDB again and see. So sometimes when you are working on Google AI Studio, these are some of the issues that you will encounter sometimes. So, but we are going to fix it. Okay. So it says I have updated the application to prioritize, monitor, and display your MongoDB status, making it complete where your record are saved and providing direct instruction when a configuration is required. So real-time status, but adding a dynamic connection page. Okay, looking for. So I'm going to refresh this again. Okay, so I'll give it this one last prompt and let us see. I'll say tell user exactly where they are saying that. My database is not created automatically in MongoDB, and it is not connected to my application. So because normally it is supposed to create the database automatically in our MongoDB. So it's supposed to create it automatically in our MongoDB. So it is editing the server file. So let us see. So it says, I have updated to ensure your database are created automatically and application connects to your remote database using your string. So integrated standard environment variable on the backend server. The application has successfully read the MongoDB URL connection string. Okay, so I'll try to sign up. What is the name? Okay, so let me go under this database and network and security. IP list. Default database name is ClearPulse. So I'll go back here. I want to try one more thing. So I'll click on connect and I'll click on this. I'll click on this then. So it says, to connect your application successfully to MongoDB, ensure that your database and connection are created under a clean specific namespace. Okay, in your current connection string, the database name is missing after the trailing slash. Your connection string. Okay, so the right connection string format. So it says the right connection string format is this one. So let us try this one and see. So this is the right one. But we need to add our database to it, our password to it. So I'm going to search for the password. So I think this is the password. This is the password. So I'll remove this guy. So I'll copy this string and let's try this string. So let me reload our app as well. Browse collection. So once our database is connected, this place is going to turn to green. It's going to turn to green. So okay, so this is what will happen. So we are going to continue tomorrow. We are going to continue tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to connect this database and we are going to build the admin dashboard and the patient dashboard. Then we'll deploy our application to Vercel as well. So tomorrow we are going to fix it tomorrow, by God's grace. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can hear you, sir.
So, yeah, we will continue tomorrow. So we are going to add the database tomorrow and build all the admin dashboard and the patient dashboard. Then we will test it and we are going to deploy it to GitHub and to Vercel. So we are going to fix that tomorrow. So that's the end of the class for today. So I'm going to send the recording for today's class.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
So thank you for joining. Yeah, thank you for joining.